Good morning, this is Mathieu, and today we'll be testing something new. This is a vertical video, so let me know in the comments if you prefer vertical or horizontal like a YouTube format. We'll be disassembling and changing the tire on the veteran Patton. So this tire, this is this brand. There will be a link in the description if you want to find it, but I did buy it on Amazon.com, and the size of the tire is the 90/90 by 12. This is my first time disassembling the Patton-S, so it is possible that I will do a few mistakes, but I will show the disassembly process the best I can. Let's begin by removing your power pads. You only need to remove them on the left side. What I will be doing next is to be loosening these 8 Allen screws. These 2 on the top, this one on the bottom, and after we'll see. Be sure that you are removing the left side, because you cannot change the tire on the right side because of the wiring. Now I have this set of drill bits that I found in the dollar store a few years ago. I cannot find them anymore, but if you'd like to buy some, I can put some link in the description. You only need to ask. So we'll be loosening these 2 on the top. And this one on the bottom. I'll do the rest with my drill. I use these magnets cup to keep organized, and this will prevent the bolt from falling and lose them. Now I will remove the bottom one first. You might have to grip the middle tubes. It is very tight, so what I will do to not damage the paint, I will put a microfiber and a vice grip and try again. And this worked, didn't do any damage. Next we'll be removing the 2 bolts on the top. Looks like we'll need to remove one of the handle screws. Like that. You will need to remove this cover and these 4 little bolts as well. I did remove also this one on the top. This way you can get this part out. And this gives you access to the cables. These 2 bolts should be the last to be removed, so be very careful or have someone to hold the battery pack. On the newest design, the headlight screw does not need to be removed. The battery pack is stuck on this handle. Here you go. You can take a rubber mallet. This is where you will need help and have someone to hold the wheel. I put the wheel on a stand to better record the video, but you may as well begin by laying the wheel on its side for the disassembly. It will be better because now I will have to take it and turn it on its side. Here you have it, the battery pack is removed on the left side. So now I will take the wheel and put it on its side. I like to grab under the fork and my other hand on the pedal. You can remove your power pads if you like, but for me I will use my shims right there. Here you go. It's stable enough. And the valve is on the good side. We'll do a little cleanup before beginning. We'll remove these 4 screws. You can let the screws in the part and just remove it like this and grab the chuck by the bottom. Here we go. Next, we'll remove the silver small screws. You don't have to remove the big screws that hold the shaft. Next, remove these 2 screws. You have to remove the screws in order to remove the fender. Remove the screws, otherwise they will hang on the threads. And now you can remove this part and the fender. I will now remove the valve core using this valve core removal tool. There it is. What I like to do is to put a little bit of baby oil before removing the tire. And as you can see, because it has a tube, I don't even need to unbead the tire. The Patton is very easy to remove the tire. So I will now use my favorite baby oil. Don't be scared to put a lot of it. It really helps removing the wheel. Unfortunately, on the Patton you cannot convert the rim to tubeless like on the Sherman or on the Lynx. Now I will make use of my favorite tools. These are the Motion Pro bead breaker. Links in the description. And be careful not to damage the tube while removing the tire. But with baby oil it should help prevent damaging. So at this point you can put your hand on the top, push the valve into the hole. We'll use my Allen socket for this, and I will remove the tube to avoid damaging it. Next you do the same thing, baby oil on the bead, and it should not be too hard to remove. What you can do is take your brake bars and go under like this, push against the center, and you can just turn your wheel like this. Raise the bar a little not to damage the paint. Here you have it, tire removed. We will once again lubricate the bead. It is very important if you want your tire to seat evenly. Do not fear to put too much. So next, you will have the arrow rotation just here. So it points this way. So the front of the unicycle is here. So we'll just align the tools. Now I need to grab under the wheel this way. The tire does not slip this way. Yeah. If you put enough force, it will enter without the bars. Before putting back and seat the tire, don't forget to put the tube in. Now we'll be reinstalling the tube. We'll try something else. You hold the tire like this. Now the valve is in the hole. You've put the valve cap to avoid the valve going back in, and we'll try putting the tube by underneath. So once you can grab the tube, don't pull too hard where the valve is, and with the baby oil helping, that's a lot better. Be really sure that your bead is really well lubricated. Don't hesitate to put more than needed, because if there is not enough lubricant, the tire will not seat correctly. Be careful not to pinch the tube. Now I will use my silent compressor and will be inflating the tire to around 30 psi. Don't forget to put back your valve core. Like you can see, there is some places that the tire is not beaded yet. We'll inflate up to 50 psi. It is moving. It's a little bit hard to see, but the new street tire seems to have about almost 1 inch more height compared to the other tire. Of course, the off-road tire is not inflated. So this will give you an idea of the fender clearance. So this is it. The fender clear. We can put this part on. I will put Loctite on all the bolts, just a little bit. This is only plastic, so I recommend you to tighten this by hand because they can be fragile. Or you can put your drill on its lowest setting, but be careful, not all drills are equal. Reinstall the chuck back. You do the top side first, then you can drop it like this. So be careful not to tighten them too much. I'll begin with my drill and finish them by hand. So be careful not to over tighten them. Once they are tight, I usually tighten them just a quarter turn more, like this. And because we have put Loctite on all the bolts, they should not become loose with time. The battery pack can be reinstalled. Connect the wires before putting back the battery, because there will be almost no place for your fingers. So we connect the negative and positive. Be sure that they are connected all the way in. And be careful not to pinch a wire. You have 3 points to install the pack: the 2 handles and the kickstand. Okay, you don't need to do this, but I did install 1 bolt back to put the wheel upright to show you better on camera. We'll install back these 8 screws. We'll be reinstalling the bolts for the handles. The 2 top bolts right there. This is doing like this. I will use a little lever just to align the hole. Here we go. And for the negative terminal, it is really not difficult because there is no fuse. Then we install back these two screws. And for the pièce of resistance, this little screw levers. All done. And put back the cover and the power pads. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe to not miss the test ride video. See you later.